let's get into our first match here. Kaiju number 8 versus DRMZJOSEPH. DRMZJOSEPH looking to take down the Kaiju here and move forward. We'll find out as we get into this draft, guys. Pre-bans coming out shortly.
And if I'm Kaiju number 8, I'm probably more worried about aggression coming out from DRMZJOSEPH. So things like, and he has first pick here, so I would be thinking about taking out either the Masha or the Oliver from DRMZJOSEPH. Miles is also fair as well. I think if I'm DRMZJOSEPH, I'm looking obviously to take out the alternating Gianna and Younghans. Kaiju number 8 does take out aggression, does go with the Dominic, which is also fair. When you take out that Dominic first, I could likely see more of a Masha first pick over the Oliver. But Oliver is also fair because he may not want to let DRMZJOSEPH have that 33 lead.
Oh, Kaiju number 8 taking that Masha first pick away from DRMZJOSEPH. We've seen the Masha plenty of times from DRMZJOSEPH. DRMZJOSEPH's going to be responding with the Connell and Water Ryu more.
Oh, I like this pick from DRMZJOSEPH here, showing a lot of damage coming out from this Water Ryu here. And also the the Fire Bison's going to do a lot of damage here and stun up the team. So Kaiju number 8 is going to need to be very careful here. I think we're going to see exactly where he wants to place his draft. I wouldn't be surprised to see Oliver Younghang and then go into some single target. I would love to see a Tomo in the 4th and 5th pick, but this is likely going to be an Oliver Younghang as he dips into his LDs. Goes with the Riley, and I'm not exactly sure about the Riley here, though.
Yeah, not too sure about the Riley either. It's not bad going up against the Moore. DRMZJOSEPH looking to respond to both of these wind units.
Yeah, the Riley's not exactly awful given the fact that DRMZJOSEPH doesn't have a Dominic anymore, but if I'm DRMZJOSEPH, I'm looking to do a lot more damage here. Wusa's pretty good because it counters both Oliver and the Masha here, and it does do damage with the skill too. DRMZJOSEPH, again, going with aggression, going with the Chung Peng with the Fire Bison setup here. That's really, really aggressive, very difficult to deal with because Chung Peng on his own can solo a lot of teams here, and Fire Bison can solo teams. And we see the Dark Archer coming out with the Mook Wall here. So Kaiju number 8 is insistent on showing that this 3-star L&D unit deserves a place in SWC lore.
Now, this is the same place that Falling Flower tried to showcase as well. This Dak Atmaster with the Islan is a very interesting play, but it's very telegraphed. DRMZJOSEPH should know exactly what Kaiju number 8 is trying to do.
And I think if I'm DRMZJOSEPH, I take out the Oliver, so my units go in front here. If I'm Kaiju number 8, I might be scared of this more because of speed lead. But at the same time, there's also the Bulwark and the Chung Peng, which can basically solo game if they can get off. So I think Kaiju number 8's got a difficult ban to make. DRMZJOSEPH takes out the Mook Wall. Interesting choice, but now it makes sense because Kaiju number 8 does not have the ability to strip.
That is right, and we've got an HP lead for DRMZJOSEPH, speed lead for Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 taking first turn with this very first match between him and DRMZJOSEPH.
So DRMZJOSEPH is going to have a very good turn 2 here, but we'll see if Kaiju number 8 is going to be able to take advantage of turn 1. Masha is facing 4 willed units, so basically not going to be able to do a single thing off the bat, and neither is Oliver.
It is a very fast Masha, but definitely not going to be doing anything here. Both Oliver and Masha just going right into immunity. Wish of Immortality coming up for DRMZJOSEPH, and I'm sure the immunity is coming up for Kaiju number 8.
And we remind ourselves that we have an untuned Fire Bison and Chung Peng here. Chung Peng moving after the Fire Bison, so really odd. We also have the world's slowest Dark Archer here, going, might even be lapped by DRMZJOSEPH's entire team here, so not sure about that pick there.
Oh, there's that skill 2 from DRMZJOSEPH. Watermark King only receiving a stun on top of that Islan in there, which is kind of what he needed to do to lock down that unit. Big skill 2 coming out of Wusa onto the Masha. Masha's definitely going to get dismounted here.
Masha definitely going to get dismounted here, and again, we see the Riley's going to be able to pick up the Dark Archer, so we're going to see how much damage this Dark Archer does. Does not pick up the Dark Archer, but does get a proc, which is going to be massive here.
Yeah, Riley, extremely intelligent unit, knowing exactly when to proc, able to cleanse up the Dark Archer with a little bit of poke damage onto the Connell. Connell with big 3rd skill, receiving 2 stuns on the Riley and Dark Archer.
Dark Archer absolutely doing nothing here, just eating dirt and hugging the ground the entire game here. Has a slow debuff on it, so it's never going to take a turn for the rest of the match here. Kaiju number 8 looking like he's in a rough spot here. That Masha is dismounted. It's not going to be able to come back in this match.
Yep, you can see Kaiju trying to do a little bit of something onto the Wusa, receiving absolutely nothing instead.
Not receiving anything, not doing enough damage, not doing anything here. DRMZJOSEPH looking very dominant in this match.
Extremely dominant indeed. We got Alter Egos going out on top of that Islan. Islan's just going to be dropping after only getting 1 hit onto the Connell.
Yeah, Islan basically going to be dropping after doing a whole 300 damage here. So DRMZJOSEPH taking the commanding 1-0 victory to start this game here. And I'm not sure why Kaiju number 8 has not found the quit button yet. Is hanging on to this match here, but there is really no point.
And Dreams Joseph, all or nothing, double stuns here. Chong Kong, AoE defense breaks, no defense breaks coming out. And that is it right there. Dreams Joseph with a very commanding round 1 victory.
Dreams Joseph showing us why he's a former America's Cup champion, and Kaiju number 8 showing us why he's in the losers bracket when he brings out that Dark Archer there, and when it does get a turn with attack buff, does like 300 damage. I'm not sure what the point of that was. Its attack bars were basically at half when every other unit took a turn, and also his Masha didn't really do enough damage. I'm not sure why he brought the Riley in to play a really passive game if he wasn't going to have a strong enough turn 2. So kind of a weird draft from Kaiju number 8. And I'm not sure if we're going to see that Dark Archer again, but I don't know what the purpose of bringing that unit in was for.
Hopefully we don't get to see the purpose of bringing that unit into the next match as well. Well done, Dreams Joseph. It was just an excellent performance right there. Great draft, great play. Really kept Kaiju number 8 back from doing absolutely anything. Pre-bans from last time. Dominic and Gianna now available. New pre-bans coming out right now.
Yeah, great match from Dreams Joseph, but of course, every match looks great when you're playing 4 units on 3 there. So we'll see if Kaiju number 8 wants to give that handicap again. Not sure if he wants to do that because the Dark Archer really has not had a great showing. I think Dreams Joseph should take out the Yunhong here. He's going to be facing a Gianna. Kaiju number 8 really should be dipping into Mashas and doing a lot more damage, a lot more aggression. Dreams Joseph takes out the Oliver, and this tells me 100% that Dreams Joseph does not have an Oliver in his box. So that ban would make sense because Oliver is more oppressive than a Yunhong in isolation. So I think that ban makes a lot of sense. We're going to see a Masha first pick from Dreams Joseph here, and Kaiju number 8 should respond with a more in some sort of a more in maybe a Nano or Shizuka type play, but he could also lay down Giannas and whatnot.
Dreams Joseph thinking about it right now. He did have that hovered over for a long time, decides to lock in the Masha as a first pick.
Yeah, I mean, you have to lay down the Masha first pick because Kaiju number 8, I mean, he does have a Gianna, but doesn't, given the fact that he plays really passive, that Masha's going to do a lot. And Dreams Joseph does open up with a lot of strong aggression here, so Masha's great to be able to let you come back or, you know, increase your lead. Kaiju number 8 finally going with some aggression here. That's not a Dark Archer, that's a Sierra and a Gianna.
Yep. That might be some bread and butter here for Kaiju number 8, Sierra Gianna. Dreams Joseph bringing back the Moore, and Dominic is going to be making an appearance. A lot of aggression for Dreams Joseph.
A lot of aggression coming out from Dreams Joseph, but I think I would like to see there's likely going to be a Yunhong, and maybe even I would like to see a Tomo would be really interesting, but he's probably going to take like a Bulwark or some sort of middle speed unit that has some sort of an impact and synergizes with Gianna. So Yunhong is definitely going to be the take here. This 4th pick is going to tell you where he really thinks this draft's going to be. Takes a Gani, which is hovering over Gani, which is an interesting pick here. Goes with is indecisive and might lay the Barber down, but I think Gani is a great unit that synergizes with the Yunhong, but Kaiju number 8 is a little weak if Dreams Joseph is able to snipe a unit off with so much aggression coming back.
Yep, we've got the Connell being potentially locked in by Dreams Joseph, taking his time here with this last pick. I'm curious if Kaiju number 8 is going to be going with a Hath or locking in something that he's been drafting previously.
Does not lay in the Hathor here, and Dreams Joseph has a lot of threat. There's a Masha Dominic that can solo games on their own. There's a Fire Bison that can also solo games on its own if left unchecked here. So Kaiju number 8 is kind of in a rough spot here. If I'm Kaiju number 8, I mean, he might not have this in his box, but if he had an Eludia, he could ban out the Moore. That would be a really good way to kick off the match here. Goes with the Barber here. Barber's a pretty solid pick. He's going to be looking to snipe out a unit off the bat here. So Dreams Joseph is going to need to be able to survive that initial onslaught.
Yeah, most definitely. I do like that Barbara coming out of KAIJUNO, wrapping up its draft there. We've got bans coming out shortly. Really could be a lot of things here.
Yeah, if I'm Kaiju number 8, I'm thinking that Dominic is probably the scariest unit. If I'm thinking Dream Joseph is going to take out the Gianna here, there's going to be a lot of damage coming out from Kaiju number 8's side of the field here. So takes out that Moore, and Kaiju number 8 is going to need to be able to kill a unit off the bat and probably also dismount the Masha if he wants a chance to win.
Yep, Kaiju number 8 with a much better draft getting into this round 2 against Dreams Joseph. Might actually be able to do something here. Speed lead for Kaiju number 8, HP lead for Dreams Joseph.
Yeah, we're going to see a very strong opening coming out on the side of Kaiju number 8, but there's also a lot of backswing coming out from this Fire Bison here. So Dreams Joseph is going to need to hang on here, and if he's able to hang on, might be able to get a victory here.
Ooh, very fast Barbara getting that strip on top of the Connell as well. We've got Yon Hong, does have Charge Vitality available, goes for the skill 2 on to that Dominic, does get the strip, Charge Vitality going right back to the Barbara.
And Kaiju number 8 is basically going to reset, take down the attack bars of Dreams Joseph. Dreams Joseph's on the back foot here. There's going to be a lot of damage coming out from Kaiju number 8 side of the field. There's a Ganny and a Yanhong combination and a lot of damage coming out from Barbara and Sierra.
Most definitely does get the dismount on top of that Masha, cycling that first skill onto the Dominic. Dominic's going to be the second unit that Kaiju number 8 is going to be trying to take advantage of. Bomb does land true here, cycles that first skill. You're going to see Barbara try to pummel in a little bit more damage and remove one of those units from the field.
We see this vent go on the Yanhong here, and there's going to be infinite amounts of cycling, lots of damage, lots of cycling. This Sierra might take a turn here. There's going to be a lot of bombs coming on the side of Dreams Joseph's side. Dreams Joseph looking like he's in a tough spot here. He's going to need to hang on for dear life, but I don't see how he gets through this Barbara once it takes a turn.
Yeah, Kaiju number 8 finally finding a rhythm here with an excellent draft. Removing that Masha from the field. Only Provoke's going to be available for this Kano. Kano's going to try and proc and get a couple more skills up here.
That's a massive proc from that Carnal because it does have skill 2 next turn, which is going to allow it to cycle into skill 3. So Dreams Joseph does have a chance to come back, but this Barbara is something dangerous, something he's going to need to watch out for. Not sure why he didn't do damage from the Dominic onto the Barbara there.
See Juno trying to pummel in as much damage as possible on top of the Yanhong with branding. Additional turn coming up from Ganny, looking to reapply some glancing here. Does not land on top of that Kano.
Does land that glancing from the Yanhong though, and that glancing is absolutely massive because that means that this Barbara is going to be able to do a lot of damage on its next turn here. So Dreams Joseph does have skill 2, skill 3 coming up soon, but that's a lot of damage coming out from Barbara.
Yep, that really is. And choosing not to finish off that Dominic, he does not need to use that here. No Despair Stones coming out of that Juno. Ganny with the Seal of Magic going out on top of the Kano. Kano's got no skills available. It's going to be a lonely Juno very shortly. And there you have it! Kaiju number 8 with a very commanding round 2 victory.
Very commanding victory from Kaiju number 8. That's exactly what he needed, what we wanted to see, what we expected from his box having a Yanhong Gianna. We did not want to see passive play. That's not what we expected. That's not what he needs to do if he wants to win here. Dreams Joseph, unfortunately, took 2 units on Will and 2 units off Will. That's how Kaiju number 8 was able to get the opening that he was able to get. If Dreams Joseph had a full set of units on Will, 4 units on Will that had high impact, I think it would have been a very different story there because he chose to ban out Gianna anyways. So if he was able to have 4 units on Will, let Kaiju number 8 take an opening but only lock down 2 units, I think Dreams Joseph would have been in a better spot.
Yeah, most definitely. What we saw there was Kaiju number 8 with his bread and butter doing fantastic up against Dreams Joseph here.
Yes, and Kaiju number 8 is going to need to rely on his bread and butter a little bit more if he wants a chance to win. So we're going to need to see more aggression. Again, more Yanhongs and Giannas. Abuse those LDs. Show us why those LDs are some of the most powerful monsters on the ladder. Dreams Joseph doesn't have those units. Dreams Joseph is going to be facing an Oliver. So Dreams Joseph decides to take out that Gianna. Makes a lot of sense. The pre-ban on the Masha, also a great pick from Kaiju number 8. I think he's going to lean into Oliver first and then build out his draft from there.
That was good, Chris. That was good. Appreciate that. Pre-bans are locked in. Masha and Gianna getting pre-banned.
Always got to do that. And so we're going to see what Kaiju number 8 decides to prioritize. Takes the Fire Bison from Dreams Joseph. I'm not against that. I actually really like dipping into your opponent's box and disrupting their strategy. But Dreams Joseph, an excellent pick here. Going with the Dominic here. Kaiju number 8 can go with the Yanhong that'll set up the Fire Bison. So some sort of Yanhong Oliver would not be bad here. I think Yanhong Oliver would be a very dominant 2 picks here. Kaiju number 8 can also go with turn 2s with like Nanas and different things like that, but I think in this meta, you want to go with turn 1. You want that Oliver, you want that Yanhong, you want to be able to down a unit off the bat.
But most definitely Kaiju number 8. Let's see what he goes with, and there is the Ciara and Yanhong.
We do see the Yanhong as expected. The Ciara is an interesting pick here. It does present a vulnerability. If Dreams Joseph decides that he can fight for turn 1, he's going to be able to take that Ciara out. Ciara is a little bit squishy. Generally, Oliver's a lot tankier and lock down units. Kaiju number 8's strategy here should not be to burst with the Ciara. It should be to wear your opponent down over time. So I would have preferred to see an Oliver there on his side of the field here. Dreams Joseph wisely going with the Wusa, likely signaling a ban on this Yanhong. And the Changpeng, lots of aggression coming from Changpeng. I like that pick coming out from him. If the Changpeng goes off, it wins the game on the spot. If he's able to get good skill 3 off.
This is interesting. We're going to see a Riley and a Mook Wall being drafted by Kaiju number 8 here. I'm sure he's going to be using that threat state and placing it onto the Riley for that combo.
Interesting choice of the Mook wall here. Kaiju number 8 does have strips basically on the Yunhong and the Mook wall here. Dreams Joseph, go with the Tomo. I love that pick here. Tomos are usually built on Despair, but Violent is also a common build here. Despair is generally, I favor that a little bit more because it cycles more, you do a lot more stuns that way. But I like that. It signals a ban on either the Riley or the Mook wall here. And either is acceptable, but that means that he's opening himself up to aggression from the Yunhong if he's going with the Tomo here. He could also go with the ban on the Ciara, which would take away the speed lead from Kaiju number 8, but Kaiju number 8 would still be going first. So the Mook wall ban makes a lot of sense here. The Changpong ban makes a lot of sense. So we'll see if Dreams Joseph is able to use that Tomo and take over with that unit.
We'll see here. We've got speed leads for both players. Very interesting drafts on both sides here. Blade Fan coming out, getting that strip on top of the Wusa.
And that provoke is absolutely massive because that means that there's going to be no shield coming from the side from Wusa here. So Dreams Joseph is going to have to operate without a shield here. Might not be able to do enough damage with this Dominic to be able to take a unit out off the bat.
Ooh, more getting a little bit of value, stripping almost everything except that Riley. Of course, Karma's going to be coming out on top of that Connell.
Karma's going to be coming out and does spread those stuns around to the rest of the units here. So that Tomo's giving him a lot of advantage here. Dreams Joseph doing a lot of work. This Ciara's almost dead here.
Ooh, nice little strip there on top of the Riley as well. Ciara's going to be dropping here to the Dominic. There goes Ciara right here. Ooh, resists. And of course, the immunity is going to be coming out for the Wusa, looking very good for Dreams Joseph.
And that is a game-winning resist there because the only way Kaiju number 8 can come back is if this Cardinal procs and then lays in a skill 3, but there are immunity and shields up on the side of Dreams Joseph's side. So Dreams Joseph likely not going to go down here. This Dominic's going to do a lot of damage. Dreams Joseph is likely going to move on in a really good spot here.
A beautiful Karma is going to be landing on top of that Yunhong as well. No strip's going to be available there. You can see the damage coming out from Dominic onto that Connell. Connell's going to be looking at getting removed from the field by this big second skill.
Big second skill there, and Dreams Joseph removes the only win condition of Kaiju number 8. So Kaiju number 8 in a rough spot and goes down 1-2. Dreams Joseph takes it.